Derek has been experimenting with Ru58841 for a while. What is up guys, and welcome back. My name is Philippe, and if you're fixing about hair loss issues, you're in the right place. Today we are gonna talk about one of my favorite topics, Ru58841. More plates, more dates, and I got some personal insights to share with you guys. Let's dive deeper into what Ru58841 actually is. You might have heard bits and pieces about it, but today I'm gonna break it down for you. Ru58841 is not just another cream or magical supplement. It's really a game changer in how we approach hair loss. So what is it that makes it stand out? It's a non-steroidal anti-androgen, which is just a really fancy way of saying that it fights against the effects of certain hormones that is causing hair loss, specifically DHT or dihydrotestosterone. DHT is a natural hormone in your body, but unfortunately for some of us, it is like kryptonite to our hair follicles. When DHT latches onto hair follicle receptors, it will and often does weaken them, leading to thinning, and eventually you'll have hair loss from it. That is where Ru58841 comes into play. It is designed to stop DHT from reaching the hair follicles in the first place. Usually I would describe it in an easy way and just say, imagine it's a bouncer at a club, not letting any of the unwanted guests in. And that is Ru58841 on your hair follicles. It is protecting your hair follicles from the hormone you don't want to interact with your follicles. Here's where it gets really interesting. Ru58841 is super specific in its action. Unlike some treatments that messes with your whole body's hormone levels, for example something like finasteride or dutasteride that can cause post-finasteride syndrome, Ru58841 targets just the scalp area. This means fewer side effects and more focused action on where you actually need it. The story of Ru58841 isn't new though. It's been around in the research world for a while, but it's only recently that it's become a buzzword among those of us looking for effective hair loss solutions. It is though still under the radar compared to mainstream treatments like finasteride or other treatments like minoxidil, but that's the whole purpose of this video. And here's a cool fact. Ru58841 was actually stumbled upon during another scientific research. It's one of those eureka moments in science where researchers were looking into something completely different and stumbled upon the effects of Ru58841 and then realized what they actually had found was a potential goldmine for treating hair loss. So Ru58841 is this cutting edge, targeted and promising treatment for those struggling with hair loss. It is not just another product, it's a scientifically backed targeted approach to tackling one of the key culprits of hair loss at its source. And that, my friends, is what makes Ru58841 a topic worth talking about. So in today's video, I want to talk about Derek, the face behind More Plates, More Dates. And he is just not the average guy. He is a bit of a legend in the fitness and bodybuilding community, known for his deep dives into scientific research and personal experiments. Derek brings a unique perspective to everything he does, including his approach to hair loss. Derek has been experimenting with Ru58841 for a while. His approach is very methodical. He is tracking his results and everything he needs. He's been really transparent about his dosages and protocols, which is super helpful for anyone thinking of trying Ru58841. In his article, he explains how he applies Ru58841 directly to his scalp, focusing on areas prone to hair thinning. According to his own protocol, at that time, he was only using 75 milligrams of Ru58841 alongside with ketoconazole salt shampoo every other day. Now, if I remember correctly, he has since then added dutasteride to the mix, but for now I'll just stick to the info from his article. And at the end of the day, dutasteride or no dutasteride, let's be honest, his results are freaking out of this world. I actually never knew he had such crazy results from Ru58841 alone And I actually always thought he used it to maintain his hair density and not to build it up. And once again, this makes me regret going off Ru58841 2 times to test out pyrolutamide, since I lost a lot of hair and density during that time. Which is also somewhat funny, because Derek mentions in his article about a trip to Europe where he went off Ru58841 for only 1 month. And he explains how it affected his hair loss, and it seems to be very much like my own experience. And if you already now are sitting out there and wondering where you could get hands on Ru58841, I can tell you that in the article Derek reveals that he is using androgen ink 5% solution for his hair loss. It's been some time since he wrote this article, and I'm very pleased to tell you that androgen ink now has an even stronger version at 8% strength instead of the 5% strength that he used. And if you use the code blueprint at checkout, you get 10% discount on your entire order from androgen ink. But once again, remember, Derek's approach is personalized. He is all about finding out what works for him through trial and error. And his journey with Ru58841 shows how personalized hair loss treatment can be. What works for Derek might not work for everyone, might not work for me, but his experience provides valuable insights into how effective Ru58841 actually can be when used correctly. So if you are considering using Ru58841, Derek's experience is a great resource. He is a real-life example of how experimenting and sticking to a regimen can lead to significant improvement in hair health. Of course, if you are in doubt on how to apply it, I have several videos on my channel covering this topic, but I will drop a link to one here. And whether you apply Ru58841 or other topical treatments, you can always use this guide. So when it comes to Ru58841, safety is a crucial topic, because this compound isn't FDA approved, which means that it is largely in the experimental phase still. Most of the data we have comes from user experiences and very limited studies. Ru58841 is considered to have fewer systemic effects compared to other hair loss treatments because it only acts locally on the scalp. However, like any treatment, it is not without potential side effects. The most common side effect that users report is mild irritation or redness at the application site. Personally, I suffer a bit from flaky scalp and just dry skin from the product. But in my opinion, it is worth it when the alternative for me is hair loss. And guys, always remember, what is crucial here is to consult with a healthcare professional before starting any new kinds of treatment. And that is a wrap on today's Ru58841 celebrity deep dive. Hit me up in the comment section with your thoughts, experiences, just to say hi. And don't forget to like, share and subscribe for more content like this. Until next time, keep being awesome and I'll see you in the next video.